There is a question, which diet is better? Which diet is good for me? Before answering this question, we have to know the fact that most of the time, it's almost impossible to judge a diet. In the dietary science, the data are always conflicting. Since this kind of study have to use humans as subjects, and it has to be over a long time, but every single subject are free in their daily lives. Nobody can literally follow the subjects every day, and the study subjects are free to eat whatever they like. We know how difficult it is to control our diet. Then we can imagine how difficult it is to implement a project like this. One of the examples is the resveratrol molecule. Resveratrol was initially discovered as a longevity molecule. It's an extract from the grape seeds and was shown to prolong the lifespan in mice. It was published in Nature, and venture capital got in afterwards. Biotech companies was set up in order to find a longevity pill or molecule for human, or at least some healthy molecule. However, 20 years have passed, and there was nothing positive in humans. This is an example to show how complicated humans' lives are. Unlike the mice living in a cage, everything is under control so that it can be studied for some so-called longevity pills. But in humans, it is very difficult to get a similar conclusion based on the solid data. Looking into the mice who live in cages and to study the humans in human society are completely two different stories. Since everybody's life is different, we have to be very cautious in terms of giving suggestions and conclusions. Instead of giving people specific items to eat, there is another way of study that is retrospective. The famous Mediterranean diet is a good example for this. Mediterranean diet is certainly a nicely balanced natural diet. Fish, chicken, even red meat are in the diet, but these are not the majority. It is different kinds of grains, vegetables, and fruits that occupy most of the diet. Therefore, it is mostly a plant-based diet. Contrary to this, there is ketogenic, also called paleo diet, which mimic the ancient paleo age when people live in the cave and most of the food are from hunting and gathering. Since it is before the agriculture age, there is no grains, so that the carbohydrate intake is minimized. In contrast to this, there is a famous China study in which the carbohydrate takes a predominant part in the diet. The purpose of modern people take the paleo diet was to avoid carbohydrate so that to reduce the weight gain. However, in the China study, people are slim with mostly only eat carbohydrate. Looking retrospectively, the outcomes of Mediterranean diet, paleo diet, and the East Asian diet were not predictable if somebody was trying to design and implement this kind of research. Food and diet, as part of the environmental factors, interact with each individual's gene in their body. How everybody react and respond to a specific kind of diet largely depends on their genes. For example, Mongolians who does animal farming for generations and after generations. And in today's real life, they eat only very little vegetables. This doesn't affect their lifespan and mind-body health conditions. It's the interaction between the genetics and the dietary that determines what kind of food and diet is the best for them. For those who are eagerly seeking any kind of healthy diet, you should just go into your grandparents' or great-grandparents' diet and follow it up. Today we analyzed some facts in the dietary research and conclusions. Thanks for listening and watching. See you next time.